What's going on, Capricorn? I hope you're doing well. Welcome into the channel again. If you're new, welcome in as well. So we are in the pre-shadow of the Mercury retrograde in Pisces. So what does this mean? Well, it can be a little confusing, right? People from the past come back and you're being asked to use your intuition over logic. So I want to take a look at, your energy and this person's energy that could be coming back during retrograde. Now, keep in mind, the Mercury retrograde in Pisces doesn't officially start until the 26th. However, we have been in pre-shadow since February 11th, and then post-shadow, it'll take you all the way out to April 9th. So between now, and maybe this person's already started coming back, but between now and April 9th, there's a possibility. All right, so we want to take a look at what, the energy is for you, what the energy is for them, see what the possible blockage is. We'll go from there. And just a quick update. I do have a new channel, and I started that just the other day. It is Intuitive Moon 1111 Tarot. I will be moving the astrology readings over there, okay? So we will be coming up on the full moon in Virgo, March 3rd. So the full moon in Virgo readings will begin over there. They will not be on this channel, okay? And I think that is it. So tell me about Capricorn. For Mercury retrograde, tell me a little bit about them and their person. What is this energy? I hope you're doing well. Uh-oh. Empress in reverse. Hanged Man. Oh, Eight of Swords. Your person. Judgment. The Moon. Oh, High Priestess in reverse. Wow. You have two majors and your person has three majors. Holy smoky. What's going on here? So just like I was saying, this retrograde in Pisces can create confusion. Lines can be fuzzy, and it feels like your energy with the Empress in reverse, the Empress in the upright is so productive, right? Embodies all of the queens. So very creative, very loving, master manifester. And you're currently definitely blocked. Okay, so it feels like if there's anything you want to do creativity wise, or if there's any projects you want to start, you're not feeling into it, right? I think you're trying to look at things from a different perspective, but you're still very blinded. And I feel it's because of this person trying to come back into your life. You're just feeling off, and normally you are an Empress. You could have been married to this person. High level commitment. It doesn't have to be. Could just be the fact that, you know, you in your own right are an empress. You know, you could be you know, a single mother, you know, you have a great career. You got it all going on, but right now it's like, little off kilter, okay? You're not feeling it so much. You're feeling a little stuck, and you can't see something. Your person's got Judgment, Moon, High Priestess in the reverse. It's like they've been forced into a transformation. This person had a lot of secrets. It's like, I want to say they suppressed their feelings. They don't feel comfortable talking about their feelings. I don't think they feel comfortable feeling their feelings, right? Because you got the moon. So it's almost a sense of they feel very insecure. And I think that because they feel insecure and they don't feel comfortable opening up, and the fact that they suppress their true feelings, they're being forced during this time. Because let's not forget, the retrogrades take us back for a reason. So everything slows down for you to start evaluating things in your life. Wow, I don't even know what to say. It's like you both are blocked here. It's like you kind of, in some senses, have blocked each other. Yeah, see, playing games. You know, that's what it feels like. I'm not saying they're doing it intentionally, but it does feel a lot like a game, like they're playing hide and seek with their feelings, right? So it kind of confuses you and makes you feel like you don't know how to feel about the situation with this person. So the main signs, we've got Libra, Taurus, we've got Pisces, and we have Pisces again. And we have Cancer and Pisces, strong Pisces. So Pisces season I'm feeling is going to be very significant for you and this person. And we have Scorpio energy. So yeah, you know, here's the thing. It feels like there's game playing, but it doesn't need to be that way, right? It really doesn't. What else? No good ones. Yeah, so this makes me feel like your person doesn't trust the fact that there are good people out there. And it's like, don't let your false beliefs, you know, the high priestess in the reverse can also be someone's they're not tapping into their intuition. They're not tapping into their inner self either, right? So it's like they're not allowing themselves to feel their true feelings. And this card is basically saying, don't let that false belief make you miss out. You're an empress. I mean, right now you're in the reverse. Yeah, you feel like you're probably not, you might not even, you might feel like you're not quite this person's choice because they're not opening up to you. But it is very much because like it feels like they're playing games. What else? Lone wolf. Yeah. So it's like, are you really a loner? So I feel like your person's like trying to evaluate, you know, do they really feel good on their own? Or is it that they're afraid of loving someone, you know, because they could be hurt, right? They've got this belief. Remember, you know, there's no good ones out there. Like, I'm going to be hurt. I'm going to get my heart broken, you know? And so they just, it's like they think maybe I should just be alone, you know? Maybe I'm not right to be in a relationship. No, and it's making you feel bad about yourself. Yeah, you kind of feel like you're being left on red a little bit. And it's like you don't know if you should move on, or are you just trapping yourself, right? Especially with the Empress in the reverse. You're like, I don't know. I don't think this person feels I'm their person. Tell me about the Maximus. What are you doing? Sorry about that. Let's go to Judgment. So this person is being forced to take a look at themselves during this retrograde. So I want to see, what is this Judgment? Okay. 8 of Wands. 10 of Cups. The 5 of Cups. Yeah. So right now, they're actively at a point of, okay, do I just remain sad that I'm not in Capricorn's life? You know, do I take action towards, you know, how I really feel? 10 of Cups. You know, do I go towards my happiness? Because they're afraid that there's no good ones left. Like, they don't feel like you might be a good one for them. So they're right now evaluating. They're definitely in the moon. They're digging into the shadow side, okay? And digging deep into their true feelings of, well, do I just stay alone? Am I a lone wolf? You know? Or do I actively start moving towards what is my true happiness? You know, it just feels... Tell me about the Empress in reverse. Yeah, 10 of Wands. Judgment. Whoa. Both of you. Both of you. Give me one more. You are so burdened by this. Yeah. Queen of Cups. 7 of Swords. Judgment. 10 of Wands. You know, you're like, I think I need to make a final call because I feel like this person's playing games. You know, are they lying to me? You know, I don't know. There could be some communication, or maybe there's not communication now. Maybe there was communication in the past, and every time you connected, you know, you opened up with the Queen of Cups. But as soon as you did, you know, it was like, it felt like they were playing games. They would pull back. And now you're evaluating because you feel like you're in the reverse. You know, you're feeling lost. You're feeling blocked. You know, it's like your love's being blocked. Your heart's being blocked. Your heart chakra. And it doesn't feel good to you. So it's like you're feeling trapped right now. But I can't tell what this, right now, it's almost like it's too soon because this person is really evaluating, you know, and you are as well. You're evaluating. So it's all right. Oh, like this is a lot for you. This is very burdensome for you. So you're taking a look at the situation with this person just as much as they are with you. So let's go over to the true intentions real quick. Anything in the true intentions here for this situation for Capricorn? Yeah, it feels like you're at a point where you're almost ready to drop this because it is too much. It's been weighing on you. You don't know if this person is past. Yeah, see, the weight of the past between us still lingers. I'm not yet over the past. So neither of you are truly over each other from the past, which is very clear, which is why during this time, you both are being asked to actually look at this situation. Right? There's unfinished business. So regardless, I would say you two would need to cross paths again to kind of figure out, you know, does this person trust your love, your cup of love? Do they trust it? And you're like, well, do I trust that they're going to accept my love? It's like I don't know. There's some sort of, I'm going to need to go to this shadow deck. So what is the shadow? I'm going to look at your shadow and then I want to look at your person's shadow. So what is the shadow aspect here for Capricorn? Because I don't see anything malicious here. It looks very much like it just feels like it's games, but it's not really games. It's, I think, two people who are really working through their shadow side of this connection. So what's Capricorn's shadow, please? The wounded heart, fear of love. Past hurt can create walls. Be mindful of where you block love from entering your life. Remember I said that the Empress in the reverse was like a block? It's like it was like a creative block, but yet here you've got the cup of love. You have a wall up that maybe you don't realize you have up because your heart is wounded. The wounded heart, acknowledge and tend to past emotional wounds. Healing begins with self-compassion. So, exactly, it's like, okay, your heart's been hurt, and it might have been hurt from this person, sure, but I think you may have been hurt from other people in the past. You may have tried to open yourself up, and it always felt like it was a game, you know, it was shut down and never went anywhere. And with this particular person, I feel like you both may have hurt each other, right? Because they're like, I don't know if I should move towards opening up. You know, I'm almost getting a sensing that you may have shut this person down at one point, not really realizing you did, is what it feels like. I think we have two people who wanna be in each other's lives, but your past is blocking it. Okay, whether it's, you know, from past situations or a combination of the past between the two of you. So what is Capricorn's person shadow? Dang, they got 3 cards. You got 2, they got 3. Ooh, okay. I think, yeah. The mask of happiness, surrender to change, the anger within. So this person, you know, they hold. So they're suppressing feelings. And so they walk around happy, like nothing's wrong, they're good. But deep down, they're harboring some sort of, okay, they're a little angry, so they're coming across as upset, disappointed. It almost gives me a sense that they might be a little angry at themselves because they're resistant to a lot of change. They want to change, but they're very resistant. So it's like you both have deep wounds that you have to let go of in order to make, and I would imagine during this time that's going to happen. Let's go. Let's go here. What's in here? I mean, this is a to be determined because it feels like both of you during this retrograde are actively working on judgment. You're facing the facts of what happened in the past. And do you both want to work through what has happened, or are you both going to go your separate ways being lone wolves? Is a lot what it feels like. What do we have in here? Goddess of vibration, truth. Allow all your words and actions to reflect the truth. Yeah. That's it. Like I said, they walk around with a smile on their face, but deep down they're not happy. They're very upset at what happened in the past. They're in a lot of sorrow, right? They want to take action towards happiness, but they struggle with the change because they have to face their feelings, right? Of what, they want it all. They want to be happy. They want emotional fulfillment, right? But they don't move towards it. And you still hold on from past hurt. So it could be the fact that, you both rejected each other at some point. And now it's created a wall between the two of you. Yet, I feel like there's still love here. It's still two people that want to connect, and Spirit's like, okay, so now you have to get on the vibration of speaking the truth. You might need to have a conversation about the past. What happened? I'm not saying go into the past and stay in the past, because you don't want to do that, right? I have a habit of that. I have a habit of bringing up the past, but, if you're talking to somebody who isn't listening to how you felt in the past or the actions that were taken in the past, then they can't understand how you feel to move forward, right? So I'm not saying stay stuck in the past. What I'm seeing here is speak your words of truth about what happened in the past so you can get over that. And whether that means getting over it and moving forward together, or having that conversation and clearing the energetic cord so you both can go ahead and move on separately. Because you both are facing judgment right now. Not just your person, it's you too. You got to acknowledge to the, past emotional wounds. And you have to show yourself compassion so you're not afraid, You've created a wall. And you're blocking the love with the Empress in the reverse. And with you blocking your love, they're the High Priestess in reverse. They're like, ugh. Well, I'm going to have to hide my true feelings. Because this cup is blocked. It's too much burden for you. Right? The Ten of Wands, you've been carrying too much of the past. And it's kind of like, let's revisit the past. Let's talk about the past. And then drop the past. Let it go. Is what this looks like. And then, you can decide, all right, well, am I a lone wolf? Or was it I was just afraid that someone was going to hurt me again? And that looks like the both of you. You both have deep wounds, but I feel like there's love because, you had the Queen of Cups. They've got the Ten of Cups, but you feel like maybe you were misled, lied to. I don't know what happened in your past. There is a past here, but both of you would need to get into that. That's what it looks like to me. So that's what's going to be happening for you. I don't know if this person is actually going to... It doesn't look like it's going to be anytime soon. However, if there's an opportunity for you both to have maybe a little bit of conversation starting, I think that's where this needs to... You would both need to talk about the past to be able to move forward, is what I'm getting. I can't say when this person will come back, but that's heavy energy for the both of you. And I think I told you the signs, but let's go ahead and roll the dice. Can we get some signs here for Capricorn, Sagittarius, Leo, Scorpio, Scorpio again, Taurus. Okay, yeah. Could be any sign, but just some additional signs for you because it looked like it was very heavily Pisces energy, which to me is saying both of you are doing a lot of work during the retrograde in Pisces, and also we're coming into Pisces season, which this retrograde will be going into. Okay, I don't know what the future is for you guys. I don't know, maybe it'll pop up on another reading at another time, but I hope this was helpful. Make sure you hit the like button, share, subscribe, and don't forget for the full moon in Virgo, that will be on the new channel. Okay, I will start to move a lot of these full length readings, retrograde readings, all onto the new channel. All right, so I love you. I hope to see you on the new channel, and good luck. Talk to you soon.